What's going on, everybody? Mile High back here with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over, in my opinion, the easiest, most powerful army you can possibly use at Town Hall 17. You're just going to be bringing all dragons in your army camps. You could bring some balloons if you wanted to, just to test for initial traps. We're going to be bringing quad clone, and in the blimp, I'm going to be bringing a normal yeti and a super yeti. You can use all yetis if you want. I kind of like using the super yeti and the normal yeti, just something different. For equipments, we're using the default equipments on the minion prince. We're using the action figure and the giant arrow on the queen. I'm using the eternal tome and the rage gem on the warden. And I'm using the electro boots and rocket spear on the royal champion. I really like the rocket spear because I'm going to show you how we use that in this attack. But you don't necessarily need it. But I really like the giant arrow as well. I think those are, in my opinion, the two most critical things. Obviously, the eternal tome, really useful. But you don't definitely need it, but you'd have to let your dragon surge in farther into the base to make sure you didn't lose your blimp. So we're going to do some live Legend League attacks, and I think we might also do a war attack in this. So we're going to go hop into a Legend League attack. All right, so actually I decided to start off with a war attack. So I'm looking for a giant arrow value first, and where can we shoot this from? Let me see here. I might be able to shoot it from that mortar and maybe be able to get... No, I think I'm actually going to shoot it from right here. And I'm going to try to get the air defense and the air sweeper, but we'll see how that goes. And then it just depends where that arrow hits, but I think I'll probably use my royal champion down here then. We use the rocket spear right away, and it'll take out most of those most of those defenses rather. Hopefully we can get that to take out the monolith, and even if we do miss that air sweeper then with the giant arrow, we should be able to get our royal champion to take that out. And then obviously all of our dragons will just come in from the bottom down here. They'll surge in. We're going to drop in our blimp. And once the blimp lands, we're going to quad clone all of our yetis in the core there. Make sure you're hitting the yetis themselves and not the yeti mites. It's just way better now. So we'll get rid of the drawing. Make sure we have the right army, and we do. So I'm going to see if I can hit this giant arrow. It's not the easiest, and I'm not the best with the giant arrow. So we're going to shoot it. Okay, we did miss, but that's fine. That's why we planned it the way we did. So now we can use our rocket spear down here with our royal champion. And we're just going to get everything else in. I like to use a really early warden ability. We're going to pop it right away, keep all of our dragons completely full health. I hope, our royal champion might not be able to get that monolith down. I might use a kind of early, I'm going to use the minion prince ability. We're going to quad clone all of our yetis. We'll rage over the town hall. Like I said, make sure you're hitting the yetis and not the yeti mites. It just gets way better value now. Monolith does go down from the yetis. We will be able to get that air sweeper as well. Again, this isn't the highest level base. I just wanted to show how this works. It is the top base in this war, unfortunately, so I couldn't show it on anything else, but it is what it is. We're going to pass through that single air defense, or the single inferno now. Then we have two air defenses still standing. Our pack of dragons on the left is probably going to die. Yeah, that multi-archer tower is actually wrecking them, but we should be fine here. We just have that one air defense at the top we have to deal with. Big pack of dragons at the bottom. We still have 1, 2, 3 at the top, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we have 8 dragons still up. We still have a henchman from our henchman puppet, from our minion prince equipment. So we still have plenty of dragons alive. We're definitely going to overwhelm this last air defense. Not much is going to be able to do to stop us here. We'll push through. No problem. Fortunately, we do get some dragons to target that. Man, that multi-archer tower actually does a lot more damage than I thought. I've never really paid that much attention to it, but it actually puts in some work. The X-bow goes down. That storage is going to go down. The only thing left to stop us now is the multi-archer tower, which we're not going to have a problem with whatsoever. And just clean up now at this point. Last two buildings go down. Nice, easy 3-star. So as you see, it's a very simple attack. Even though I missed my giant arrow, as long as you get the air defenses, and if you miss the air sweepers, you can always adjust on the fly and try to avoid them. So that's why it's so easy. You can even make a mistake, and it can still crush the base. So let's go get into some Legend League attacks now. Alright, so into a Legend League attack here, we have double invis towers. Where are the air sweepers? Okay, they're both kind of pointed down. So if I can just hit one of those with a giant arrow, we'd be chilling. I'm just trying to see which one would probably be better. We could probably shoot it from that collector there. Then we can use our royal champion down here at the bottom. So that's what we're going to do. See if we can line up this giant arrow. And we do get it this time. And now we'll use a royal champion kind of off to the left. Just make sure we target that air defense first. Get all of our dragons in. Again, immediate warden ability to protect all of our dragons. I'm just going to spam these in. I don't really want to use them because obviously they're not going to be here forever. That is just an event troop, and they're pretty useless, to be honest. So our blimp does drop. We quad clone them. We rage them up. There's a lot of value actually in the core here. I think both fire spitters. We have the town hall. We have 2 inferno towers in there. So our Yetis are going to do a lot of work on this one. They should trigger that Invis tower as well. It should, yeah, they actually took it out, which triggers it. Really nice. Now we don't have to deal with that. Our giant from our action figure is about to go down, but it's all right. Our queen is going to take out that scatter shot before it goes down, so our queen's still full health. Massive pack of dragons down here at the bottom. This base is going to be overkilled. Our queen will take out that air defense as well, which is really clutch to help protect those dragons up there. What do we have left for defenses here? There's an air expo and a multi-archer tower and one Tesla. That's it. And we still have, geez, 2 dragons at the top. There's probably 10 dragons in that pack right there, something like that. This base is absolutely crushed. Way more overkill than the last one. As you see, it was way better executed. We had a much better giant arrow. Didn't have to fight any air sweepers at all. So yeah, we're going to push through. I wish I could count how many dragons there were. That's actually insane. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's going to be about 1 minute, 30 seconds too. Maybe a little bit over. 90 seconds. That's pretty much the benchmark for this attack. A lot of attacks finish in that time frame. It is really powerful. It's going to go a little bit over this time, like maybe 1 minute 35, something like that. Not too bad though. Again, a crushing 3-star. I believe I only have one more Legend League attack for today, so I'm going to hop into that. All right, into our final Legend League attack here. What do we have? We have both sweepers pointed down, which I could probably hit with a giant arrow from the left or right side. I just don't know if that's where I want to go in from. Our rocket spear at the bottom could maybe get that single inferno and an air defense. That would be clutch if we could. And yeah, that's what we're going to try to do. We'll shoot our giant arrow from the side. We do get both of the air sweepers, which was exactly what we were after. I should have honestly let that first wizard tower go down before I used the rocket spear, but it is what it is. We'll spam everything in now. Again, immediate warden ability. We're just going to use these stupid, whatever those goblin troops are. I'm not even sure what they're called. And we're watching our blimp now. We're going to clone towards that monolith. I want to make sure that monolith goes down. TownHall gets melted. Alright, where's our minion prince? Our minion prince is still on the outside of the base fighting clan castle troops for some reason. We'll use his ability because there is some decent value down here. There's a fire spitter, some stuff we can frost over. Yeah, our troops really got stalled up on the outside there. We must have pulled some ice golems, which I didn't notice. Where was the clan castle at? Oh yeah, the clan castle was right here. So we definitely pulled ice golems to the outside. That's alright. Dealing with them on the outside was not too bad. Didn't take too much damage while we were fighting that off. These dragons are about to go down, which is unfortunate because that's the pack that my warden is with. So those are probably going to die out to that multi-archer tower. Man, that multi-archer tower does work to these dragons. Hopefully my warden pulls to those other... Nope, he's just going to stay over here and die. I was hoping he pulled to the rest of the dragons up here. This is going to be pretty close. We should be able to pull through here, but I'm not sure. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons. We still have a full health minion prince. We'll just see. It depends on our pathing here. We need that minion prince to stay alive. We need our dragons to tank through this single inferno and keep that minion prince alive just because he does so much damage, so much point damage. We do have some dragons out in front of the air defense. We'll just see if they can keep this this single inferno rather distracted. So even if this fails, I'm going to leave it in and show you guys worst case scenario. It is a really high percentage, but we might be able to get this. It's going to be close. We do overwhelm that single inferno, and as long as the best air defense in the game, the king, doesn't stop me here, we should be good. Multi-archer tower goes down. Now we just have to hope we don't hit any black air mines. If we hit a black air mine, that would be devastating. There is a Tesla as well, which could be enough to actually take out our minion prince if we get stuck on that king for too long. We'll have to see, but I think it might be a slightly under-leveled Tesla. Oh man, this is going to be close. Come on, minion prince. Of course it targets the mortar first. Okay, we're going to get it. Now, as long as we don't hit any air traps, we should be fine. We are missing a building somewhere as well. There's so many decorations on this base. I can't figure out where it's at. Oh, it's down here. I didn't even see that workshop all the way down here. We do take it out. That was very close. But again, 3-star nonetheless. It wasn't the best executed attack. I should have paid better attention to that clan castle. Because we pulled out the clan castle and fought it on the outside basically with our dragons, but our yetis were already on the inside, so they didn't do any tanking or anything because they got value in the core, but they died before they could do any tanking for our dragons. So our dragons were getting picked apart out there while they were frozen by the ice golems. But again, like I said, 3-star nonetheless. 3 stars a 3-star. So this is a really simple, really strong attack strategy. You can use it in war. You can use it in CWL. It works good in Legend League. It works, it's basically the best cookie cutter army because you use it the same exact way against every single base. You just have to identify the air sweepers and the air defenses. Make sure you're not fighting an air sweeper because that is the most detrimental thing in my opinion to this attack. So come in behind the air sweepers, even if you miss them with your Queen's Giant Arrow, and it should work out for you guys. It also works at any Town Hall, not just at Town Hall 17. Obviously, you'll have less dragons. And if you can't fit 4 clones, just bring 3 and bring an extra rage spell. That works well. I've used it at every other Town Hall. It does work just as good, trust me. It honestly probably works better at lower Town Halls. So let me know in the comments if it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.